in partnership with CommSec.
Let's check in with Tom Piotrowski. Obviously, we've got the moment of the week that'll be tomorrow and whether or not the RBA cuts. Is there a bit of a stay of execution before then when it comes to the numbers, Tom, in anticipation of it?
There's actually quite a bit to work through before we get to that result on Tuesday afternoon, Pete. The residue from last week where Wall Street was concerned, we saw Friday's session end on something of a downbeat note, but in weekly terms, it was an encouraging gain. The S&P 500, for example, over the course of the week was up 1.5%. Having just flirted with negative territory at the close of the session on Friday, there were a lot of mixed influences, if you like. You've got in the big picture that political conversation around tariffs taking place. The economic picture seems to be hanging in there quite well, although on Friday we saw the release of retail sales numbers that were much weaker than expected. They were the weakest outcome in around 2 years, but then of course they are tainted by the bushfires and some of the weather-related incidents that took place across the US over the course of that month. But the earnings picture is quite encouraging, Pete. There are any number of organisations that had double-digit gains over the course of last week following their earnings numbers, one of those being Airbnb. The stock was up 14% on Friday following its better than expected earnings, up by close to 20% in weekly terms. They're doing well. They want to expand beyond their traditional business footprint, which investors understand. So that, in addition to Supermicro Computer, up 13% following its recent earnings, up by around 32% over the course of the week. So it's a noisy picture, and it really is, as far as this week is concerned, day by day, passing through it. We've got quite a few organisations reporting results today in local terms. A2 Milk, Bendigo Bank, BlueScope Steel and GPT Property amongst them.
Good one, Tom. Thank you. Talk to you in a few hours.